not what the narrative is in the city. What about Macron's trip? What about Macron? We now know Politico. It's breaking today. Politico, Breitbart's reporting they backed off actually giving his true accounting of what it was in Beijing, which is worse than is even being reported. What about our great allies in NATO basically walking away from the Taiwan situation?
I think there's a growing realization that in Taiwan, the West will be playing an away game. And I think people are coming to grips with that. And when, you see NATO interacting with China, it doesn't appear as though the entity has really pivoted to an adversarial role with China.
You represent one of the most important naval facilities in the world. Do you believe that the Seventh Fleet out of Pearl is capable of defending breaking an air naval blockade of the Chinese Communist Party (PLA) around Taiwan, or stopping an air assault that would seize those chip facilities as you see it today?
Not without extensive, unbearable casualties to Americans.
And that would be, I keep saying that if we walk into the sucker punch and don't go to unrestricted warfare now of information war, cyber, particularly economic war, that you could see a carrier battle group on the bottom of the South China Sea.
We have many assets that would be capable once they were in the fight, but I wonder how they get in the fight. As I review China's growing cyber capability, their growing quantum capability, their growing AI capability, their growing drone capability, their growing anti-aircraft capability, their growing air superiority, particularly in that sphere of the world, and their hypersonic ability to hit moving targets. I wonder whether or not the littoral combat ships that we are birthing with the hopes that they'll be in that fight, carrier groups, I wonder how capable they will be.
We want to get you back on for a number of things. How do people?
I've suggested the war room war game. Let's get some of the smartest people in the world in this who understand how people would bring stuff into the fight.
I will help organize that,
and we'll do it.
Firebrand, where do people go to get more about you?
Firebrand's my podcast. Make sure to take a listen anywhere on the internet, and at Matt Gaetz and at Rep Matt Gaetz.
You're a patriot and a hero, sir.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
Congressman Matt Gaetz broke a lot of news this morning. Okay, short commercial break.